The Finternet, also known as the Internet of Value, has been spoken about for a while, but I think that many people are unaware of how significant Ripple, the XRP ledger, and even XRP will be in this new financial landscape. And I really want to discuss it in this video, as well as show you guys exactly what's happening and the enormous opportunity that lies ahead of us. Hi everyone, I'm Nick, and welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, you should subscribe after watching this video. Before we get started, I must mention that Caleb and Brown, gentlemen, have been excellent. They are now an affiliate partner of the channel. I admit that I have been tinkering with this conversation. I've previously used a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges. This is undoubtedly at the top of the list. Fully regulated, round-the-clock customer service. Commitment is not required. Give it a try. It's totally free. Don't use the exchange if you don't like it. It could become your favorite trade if you enjoy it. Additionally, I have had problems with Uphold's support. So, it isn't the greatest for US investors who wish to switch. Or perhaps you'd like to switch to another exchange instead of Coinbase. Try Brown and Caleb. The description below contains a link. It's not required of you. As I mentioned, go ahead and give it a try if you guys are interested. You'll like it if you do not if you do not. That's all. However, take a look at these. You won't be sorry. That's what I'm telling you now. But let's get started. Therefore, the internet is the speedier, more global, and user-focused financial system of the future. This LinkedIn post was published back in October. It's fascinating because of this. We were constantly listening to discussions about the Internet of Value, such as, let's go back in time. Okay, let's go back as far as 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, and 18 and 19, 2020, and 2021. Like. Everything seems so different in crypto during that entire time. It's likely that I'm not alone in thinking this. There are undoubtedly many of you out there who are thinking, the crypto world is in a totally different environment right now. It's a little crazy. However, if we look back to that era, we can see the Internet of Value, or some of the concepts we had about the potential of cryptocurrency, was essentially exactly that, a notion, an idea, a conjecture. The central bank of central banks, the Bank for International Settlements, or BIS, then gave us a breakdown. Additionally, it was their idea of the Finternet, the Internet of Value. It was just that. And that's really a bit insane because it covers everything we discussed, including the tokenization of stocks, bonds, and other assets. Anything you can imagine that is tokenized on a chain and then unified ledgers is real estate, equity, which is entirely connected to one another by means of all these DLTs and digital ledgers on a single large foundation. It's kind of crazy when we consider what's happening here, but we have been discussing this for years. We've been hearing about it for years. In fact, back in 2017, Ripple offered us a thorough analysis of the Internet of Value. The BIS posted the Finternet in 2024. It's crazy, but this is essentially how the banking system of the future will appear. Furthermore, this is not being posted by a random individual. This is authentic from the major actors, the BIS, the Central Bank of Central Banks. You can get a summary of the BIS's identity by visiting their About webpage. This is, after all, one of the founding figures of the modern financial system. The BIS was founded in 1930 and is currently held by 63 central banks from various nations that collectively make up almost 95% of the global GDP. Additionally, they are providing us with a thorough analysis of the Finternet. Guys, I want you to know that work is already underway on the financial system of the future, as if this were already taking place. We also know why Bitcoin is still necessary for an Internet of Value because of a post made by the World Economic Forum on January 5, 2023. This essentially confirms that blockchain, DLT, and cryptocurrencies will be the cornerstone of the Internet of Value. It's also a little crazy when we start seeing these breakdowns from organizations like the World Economic Forum, the BIS, or even the IMF. It truly is sort of weird. They were classifying these Web3 technologies under this potential. Unlock new financing and use cases that aren't now feasible because of traditional assets' lack of liquidity. Boost openness and encourage more direct communication between buyers and sellers. Allowing community ownership will help decentralize the commercial sector. Needless to say, there are many more efficiencies that we could list, but it's simply insane. I brought up the entire era from about 2017 to about 2021, since that was such a different time in this industry, so it's remarkable to see these talks at this level. There were a few private meetings, if we were to observe these publications and the conversations that were taking place. There were a few events occurring at the time, but nothing comparable or of this magnitude. Even the largest banks in the world, such as Citi, were discussing tokenization and DLT and how they will transform money as we know it in their regulated Internet of Value digital policy, strategy, and guidance. Everything is impacted by tokenization, including commercial bank money, central bank money, and electronic money itself. And these are the most well-known names in the world informing you of the situation. I bring this up now because the U.S. Senate recently dubbed the Internet of Value, which includes crypto, the entirety of Internet 3, since digital asset. Investor went ahead and combined a couple clips and completely modified this. I won't be playing the video that Bank XRP posted. And when they understand that XRP is the norm and Ripple is the Internet of Value, our grown men will cry. Take a look at this. Today we are discussing Internet 3, often known as the Internet of Value. Collaboration in this future stage of the Internet, which they refer to as the Internet of Value, or the Internet of Things of Value, which includes such things as money. I don't know when this is going to happen, but the Internet of Value solved by blockchain is going to happen, stated Chris Larson. Making sure we're present and in the proper place for when this thing takes off is what we need to accomplish. Additionally, as I indicated earlier, the volume of all exchanges in 2013 was extremely low. Using this technology for anything worthwhile was incredibly challenging. However, we began constructing the infrastructure. We put such collaborations together and began investing in exchanges globally. And you know what? We were there when the thing took off. Furthermore, at Ripple, we're considering far more than just international payments when we discuss the Internet of Value. Coincidentally, we are currently concentrating on the specialty of cross-border payments with institutions. So, is that how we may use the appropriate protocol layer, the interledger, to allow the globe to freely transact values? Digital assets and interledger payments may be the Internet of Value, a means of transferring value globally. Thus, the development of that Internet of Value is necessary. We dedicate our attention to developing a substitute for SWIFT and correspondent banking. How can all wallets and payment processors be added to IOP? Then, given how inefficient the process is, how might XRP be used as on-demand liquidity to relieve these providers of the need to maintain balances globally? So yes, you see, Ripple has existed when the term Internet of Value was coined. One of the most well-known brands on the Internet of Value was always Ripple. Indeed, they used XRP constantly. Tokenization, the foundational element of the Internet of Value, is the only link you see on the main page even now, and I discuss this in a number of my films. Everything revolves around XRP. They really promote XRP in relation to these use cases. Even when you look at the resources area, you notice information about XRP, the digital asset for real-world use, along with the statistics supporting it. And once more, I want everyone to realize how important it is to be aware of current events regarding the Internet of Value's full lifetime. We want to sit here and gripe about how much time it's taken to do this or that, or the fact that it's taking so long to realize this. Folks, ISO 200.2.2 is also included on the Finernet. Since 2004, that standard has been in place. We're talking about more than 20 years ago, and adoption is